The Witness Project is not looking for one right perspective. We hope to gather many, from everyday people, teens to seniors, crime witnesses, victims, family members, police officers, prosecutors, and incarcerated citizens. To better understand why the streets don't speak, we plan to tell stories about difficult choices for witnesses and also bring facts to the table about how this process works here. We'll do that by asking questions like, does snitch have more than one meaning?
I'ma say it got one meaning.
Well, to me, it has one meaning.
No.
Not that I know of.
I don't think so, but particularly I only know one meaning.
No, I think snitching is pretty loaded, and it's pretty specific.
Not really, because you're telling on someone and unless you're lying on them, you shouldn't be lying on them. You should know what you're telling is true.
No, that means calling you a snitch like calling you the police. The police snitches. In the world, I don't know how they supposed to be for the better, but they snitches.
No, it just means telling on somebody.
Okay.
Telling.
All right.
And most of the time in the old days, you were taught not to tell anything you hear or see.
To me, no, it's telling on something. Usually, most people usually use that term with law enforcement. You've told law enforcement on something, but you can snitch in the workplace. You can snitch in relationships. If you know a friend, if someone is cheating, that's snitching. But sometimes telling or revealing information is a good thing, depending on what that information is. Sometimes it is a good thing. Sometimes snitching and tattletelling and telling is necessary.
These days, yes, it does. Now, it is expanded these days. It expanded to more of the streets. If you tell them somebody else did a crime, so say on my mom's street, pretty respectable street, and people were doing something they weren't supposed to do across the street, and the police come and say what's going on, she's gonna say, oh, X, Y, and Z did it. You know, now they consider that snitching, whether no, it's not. You're doing the crime, you're in my neighborhood, and I'm trying to keep my neighborhood right, so you did it, and you know what's going on. So now it broadened into this generation of anything that you're telling is snitching, and they just use it loosely.
Multiple meanings. Different types of snitching.
I guess so, depending on who's asking what snitching means.
Nothing has just one meaning.
Okay. What's a couple of the snitch meanings?
Like, there'd be that first grade snitch. She called me the B word, miss. Miss, she broke my crayons. That's like that first level snitch, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, first level snitch.
You got the second level snitch where it's like, he hit me. If he hits you, he hits you. Hey, that is telling. Snitching is if you say, if he bumps into you and you're like, he hit me because you don't like him. I'm saying if your friend bumps into you and it seemed like a hit, you're gonna walk up to them and be like, hey, did you mean to do that? And you're not gonna tell on him. But if it's somebody you don't like because last week he took your seat, you're just gonna be like, he hit me. Take him away. Take him to jail. He hit me.
It has several, cause a snitch has one meaning, but a snitch doesn't have to always be bad or the bad guy in a way. So you could be a snitch, but if you snitch for the right reason, I might say, it's just when you do it for the right reason, they try not to call it snitching. They try to say you made the right decision, but it's all snitching in the same sense.
It can be described in two ways. For one way snitching is people telling on someone else when they did something wrong. And another way snitching is trying to help someone out where it's let's say a fire, you gotta tell someone to help, but some people consider that snitching too. So it's defined in different people's ways and how it's said and how you look at it.
It's sort of like different lingos from different cities and states. Some means, okay, you a snitch, was good. And some is like, okay, you're a tattletale.
Yeah, I think one term of a snitch could be like, but one that's used more loosely, as in just someone who's just like a gossiper that just is always telling other people's business. Another could actually be someone that like specifically goes around telling serious business of other people's to people who can actually do something about it. I like telling somebody's friend that their husband is cheating. I like that, but like telling like the police like, oh, you did, this person is involved in like illegal activity, stuff like that. I feel like there are different levels to the amount of snitching that there could be.
No, I don't think it has just one meaning. I think on the very basic level that we just started talking about, tattletelling is something usually, very innocent because it happens in childhood. And I think as a person matures and they understand the meaning of right and wrong, and as we have laws that govern us, then I think there are different levels of moving through snitchery.
We might have coined a new shirt or something. Snitchery.
Well, to be snitching could be like a positive or a negative connotation. With if you snitching on somebody for the good, then they might not like appreciate you doing it, but like in the end, it might turn out good for them, and it look good on you. But a form of negative, maybe you snitching on like one of your loved ones, and it probably wasn't even that necessary for you to snitch, and now they in trouble, and now break a friendship or a bond.
I think it's two, because like snitch, you can go with snitching with like, all right, say if you finna go to jail or something, and you finna do time for something that you ain't do, but you with your friends, and they trying to get you to snitch on them. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna snitch on my friends though, cause that go against the code. If you with them, you gotta go down with them. So, and then the other one is like if they blaming something on you and you ain't do it, then that's snitching right there. So
I don't know. I think it has a negative meaning for the most part that I know of, but I think it should be changed in a sense of community, because it can also help in situations where you need to. There are situations you do need to snitch.
I think there is a couple different meanings for snitching. Street code, snitching means, you're going against street code and you're telling on somebody, which in street code is a no-no. It's like, that's a bad thing to do. I believe it depends on the situation and the impact of what happened, where I don't agree with snitching, because when it hits home, it has a way to hit differently when it does hit home. And in a lot of cases, that's what we're going through now, in our city and a number of other cities. We got babies getting killed, people dying on the streets, and a lot of people know what's going on and what happened, but they stick to the street code of snitches get stitches and don't snitch. But when you're losing a loved one, it's only a matter of when yours can be next out here.
The Witness Project is a first-time collaboration between WOVU 95.9 FM, a Burton Bell Car community radio station, which serves the entire city of Cleveland, Ward 7 Observer, a monthly community newspaper that serves the Huff, St. Clair Superior, Asiatown, and Midtown neighborhoods. Reading RAM, a multimedia learning initiative. Brianna Oldham, a Cleveland State journalism student. Rachel DeSalle, and Eye on Ohio, a statewide investigative news nonprofit. The Witness Project collaborators, with help from a grant designed to provide neighborhood-level basic informational needs, in this case safety, are supported by the Cleveland Foundation, the George Gunn Foundation, the Center for Community Solutions, the Akron Community Foundation, and the Knight Foundation. Follow us at Witness Project CLE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.